Nobody builds 5G like Verizon builds 5G. Thousands of engineers taking peak performance to a new level. That's why in parts of many major cities where people can use massive capacity, we added Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. It isn't just a step forward, it's a leap forward. Because the more you do with 5G, the more your network matters. It's us pushing us. It's Verizon versus Verizon. And who wins? You.
And with that, we say welcome to Up to Speed Live on this Monday. And what a way to get your week going. The spot you just saw there debuted over the weekend. It is, of course, all about record-breaking speed. Our engineers pushing to break barriers. In fact, our research engineers in our test lab in Bedminster, New Jersey, announced a new speed record as they broke the 5 gigabit per second barrier for the first time. These are the engineers you saw on the spot achieving download speeds of 5.06 gigabits per second. That is fast. It's breaking that speed world record. But beyond that number, that spot we watched highlights the mindset it takes to break new ground. Stay hungry for success. We should all find inspiration in what our engineers are doing. And if you're wondering what our Chief Technology Officer Kyle Malady thought of it all, here's Kyle's reaction to that spot.
V-Team, I love this new ad. It personifies what we are trying to do here at Verizon. And I'm so proud of my folks and all of the engineers and technicians and everybody in G&T and around the company, frankly. What we do is so important. We press the bounds of technology. We're always trying to make things better for our customers because at the end of the day, that's what matters. So we do these things to push 5 gigabits a second on a cell phone. We're going to be doing 10 gigabits a second, and we're not going to stop there. We continue to innovate. We continue to build platforms. We continue to press the technology envelope, and we're going to continue to do it. And I love what I see in these commercials.
Breaking barriers, motivating on this Monday. Thank you to our CTO there. Let's bring in one of our engineers here from our device technology team. Paul Nitzche joins us. Paul, thank you so much for joining us. I know you're in Bedminster, and you've got your Work Forward t-shirt on as well.
Yes, wearing my Work Forward swag for today.
Excellent, excellent. So tell us more about this team and this moment. What I think about when I was, kind of thinking about this record is the old Roger Bannister 4-minute mile there. I would have never thought we'd get to 5 gigs if you asked me 10 years ago, but here we are. What was that moment like for you and your team?
Pretty exciting. The challenge came down from management in the second half of last year. The features and the functions that were available on the network and the devices netted out to a theoretical just over 5, a hair over 5 gigabits per second. And so the challenge was that in theory that can be done. What about doing it in a real world environment? So we have a lab here in Bedminster where we've got a full Verizon 5G and 4G core. We able to take a device into that network and after much, struggle and frustration and trial and error, we're able to optimize the network and the device to a point where we finally hit that 5 gigabit number. Pretty exciting. In the world of COVID, I guess, in a normal environment, we'd all have been there at one time, high-fiving each other when it happened, but it was a bit more of a virtual high five. I got a message from one of my engineers and quick grabbed the phone, and it was a pretty exciting moment when we finally broke the barrier.
That's awesome, and I'm sending you a virtual high five as well, and inviting our Twitter users here to send hearts during the live broadcast here. But I want to focus on, Paul, you mentioned there were moments there. You had the ask to see if we can reach this barrier, but there were moments of frustration, doubt. Tell us about what pushed you and your team to go beyond that, because it can be so easy to just say this can't be done, this cannot be done. What did you tell yourself? What did your team tell each other?
We have an environment. We're part of the device technology organization. Our vice president Brian Meekum is a pretty competitive guy, and I think that the challenge came down from him. And it felt like something that we just couldn't, say no to. There were times we got very close. At one point, we had hit something like 4.8 gigabits per second, and really thought we weren't going to get that last couple hundred meg. really almost at the point of throwing in the towel. And then it just was that push to say, hey, try this, try that. We finally managed to change a couple of parameters and tweak things on the phone, and we're able to finally hit that number. Pretty exciting moment.
That's awesome. That is so awesome, and such a great message to continue challenging each other. And to just put it in perspective for folks who just may not grasp the gravity of 5 gigabits per second, how would you, if we were to kind of use Hans's dinner table reference here, how do you share a record like that with folks who may not understand the technology as well as you? What does 5 gigabits mean to you, and what does it mean to the world here?
I liken it to, we're sort of hitting that, it's almost as if you're taking a race car out on a racetrack, right? And so we're seeing the maximum performance that you can achieve. I think that just shows that the network and the devices are capable of such things. So as we start to roll out new applications, uses with MEC for 5G, that the device and the network are there that are going to be capable of handling it. And I look forward to some of the exciting things that are going to be coming in 5G.
Well, Paul, thank you very much for laying the groundwork, you and your team, and congratulations, of course. And I think what you talked about, when you're faced with doubt and you have this challenge in front of you, there's a great opportunity for all of us to push through. And I know that's part of our campaign, us versus us. We've heard it in our ads, Verizon versus Verizon. We see a barrier. We say, you know what? We're not stopping there. And much like you shared, Paul, your story of how you've overcome that, we know there are countless stories all across the business. So for folks watching today, we want to hear from you. We want to hear about your us versus us, Verizon versus Verizon story. Please share. We would love to share with the rest of the group here, the rest of the team. So if you can send a quick note to us to the good mailbox, and the email is good@verizon.com. We would love to continue sharing and continue motivating each other, and just to make sure that this is the culture of our team. We don't stop at the barrier. We don't look at something that quote unquote can't be done or is impossible and just stop. We continue to push the boundaries, and of course, at the end, it means our customers are given a better product, a superior product, and that's why we're so proud to say we are the most reliable network. So, Paul, thank you very much. Now, would love for you to stick around because if you saw the reminder for this episode, you know that we are in a game show kind of mood today. In fact, we have a live quiz. It is all about gaming, one of the big factors when it comes to speed on the network. A big opportunity for all of us is to get to know more about gaming. And yes, there are some lovely prizes for today's big winners. I even made sure to bring my game show coat back in. We'll see if I put it on or not. We'll see. But before we do that, before we get to our games and prizes, I do want to give you a preview for what's to come this week on Up to Speed. So tomorrow, on Tuesday, Up to Speed, you will find a morning episode that you'll be able to watch on demand. Tomorrow happens to be the anniversary of the murder of George Floyd, and we wanted to take some time to reflect on the year, take some time to talk about what we as a company have done in terms of conversations, starting them, listening to each other, really just thinking about how we can show each other more love and kindness. And so that it's a conversation that we'll be having to not only show what we've done, but show what can be done, and what we can all continue to do. So that's happening tomorrow. Wednesday, Christy joins us live for a special Work Forward episode of Up to Speed. That's live at noon. And we'll plan ahead to what's coming. So Christy will join us live on Wednesday so we can talk about the Work Forward plan and what that means for you. And by you, I mean all of us here, the direction of our company here. So with that, we want you to stick around today because, again, today is all about gaming. So we invite you to head on over to slido.com, enter the event code Verizon, and remember, folks, use your first and last names so our team can identify and find the winners. And the hope is that all of us walk away with more knowledge about gaming, a stronger connection to our customers, and just maybe, if you do well, you may win a fun prize. So if you're in it to win it, of course, please join us on your mobile phone log into Slido. Once again, include your first and last name so we can properly identify our winners, reward you with those well-deserved prizes. Of course, the blazing fast speeds of our 5G ultra-wideband network are the difference between us and, well, everybody else. Not that we're resting on our laurels, as Paul showed us here. So here is why this gaming space is so important to all of us. One of the use cases where the speed of a network is critical is, in fact, gaming. So it's not surprising that gamers are a key segment for Verizon. They over-index on interest in 5G. The performance benefits of 5G are readily apparent, especially for multiplayer gameplay. Over half of adults and mobile gamers are mobile gamers, and they spend an average of 12 hours on mobile gaming per week. Most of them play daily. Further, more than 70% of households have some type of gamer, mobile console, and or PC. And Paul, I was going to ask you, I know you and I were talking about kind of the games of old there, playing Counter-Strike and things like that. Tell us about sort of what that was like before all this 5G stuff.
Well, you know, Andy, we were talking about it. Not that I ever was involved in this, but I remember the LAN parties that used to happen,
parties,
right?
yes.
Where folks would cart their heavy duty, you know, tower computers over to each other's house and get together and have a gaming session, right? And now I think with the advent of the lower latency on the network, you can do that without having to cart all kinds of heavy duty equipment, right? We can just do it on our phones and it's pretty exciting, pretty streamlined compared to what we used to have to go through.
Awesome. So as folks are joining on Slido, we'll be watching to make sure that everyone's ready to go. Paul, are you ready to answer some gaming questions? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm logged in. Ready to give it a shot.
Excellent. Okay, so while we're waiting for folks to register here on Slido.com, use the code Verizon here. Let's talk about today's exciting gaming news. It is brought to us by our resident tech expert, George Coronius. Take it away, George.
Hey everybody, George here, taking a little break from George Talks Tech to visit my friends on Up to Speed. I've got awesome news for all you mobile gamers out there. You already know that Verizon Mix and Match plans give you more of what you love on us with access to the most popular streaming music and video services. Well, the best just got better with the addition of Apple Arcade and Google Play Pass. Here's the deal. Verizon Unlimited customers get 6 months of Apple Arcade or Google Play Pass on us. If you have a Play More or Get More plan, you get 12 months of either service on us. It's that simple. Both Apple Arcade and Google Play Pass let you play the most popular mobile games available today with no in-app ads or additional purchases. What's more, you can share your subscription with up to 5 family members so everyone can get in on the fun. You can even use Apple Arcade and Google Play Pass on Apple TV or Chromecast, respectively, to game on a big screen. Couple that with Verizon Fios or 5G Home and you're all set to beat the competition. Verizon is also your one-stop shop for gaming accessories, including mobile controllers that give you the precision you need to save the princess, conquer your enemies, or easily turn falling blocks in the right direction. For a more traditional gaming experience, the Rotor Riot wired game controller lets you mount your phone on top of a full-size controller. Meanwhile, the Kishi gaming controller snaps around your phone, putting you right in the middle of the action. Both controllers are available for iOS and Android at Verizon today. Visit verizon.com/plans on May 25th to learn more about this awesome offer. Game on. Back to you, Andy.
All right, George, thank you very much. It was either one of George's Hawaiian shirts or the green game show coat. I chose the latter, so it is game on time, folks. And speaking of gaming, if you're on Slack, we want to let you know about our new social gaming channel. It's a great place to meet other V-teamers who are interested in gaming. And by the way, breaking news, we've heard sightings of Mark Chang on the channel. So you may even find yourself chatting with our director of gaming and esports sponsorship. That man knows a lot about gaming. So just head on over to Slack, hashtag social-gaming on Slack. Okay, I think everyone who'd like to play is registered. So without further ado, let's get to our live gaming quiz. Log on to Slido.com, event code Verizon. And remember, folks, use your first and last name so our team can find our winners. And here's the honest truth. Even if you don't win a prize, Every one of us will walk away with the knowledge about this super exciting space. So knowledge that we can continue to share with our colleagues and customers and our family and friends as well. So if you're in it to win it, be sure to play on your mobile devices. Keep watching the mobile device. And like the live quizzes we've played in the past, you may see the question pop up faster on your phones than on this video broadcast. So again, if you're looking to win, stay focused on the mobile device because speed does matter. Keep those eyes on those devices and wait for that first question to pop up soon. So as we wait for our contestants to enter, let's talk about prizes. Our top 10 contestants will win a Razer Kishi gaming controller for the mobile phone OS of their choosing. And George was talking about that. It's a fantastic accessory. It's the perfect accessory to take advantage of our new mix and match editions of Apple Arcade or Google Play Pass. Okay, friends, I think it is time to officially ask the question, you got a game? All right, let's play. Here we go with question number 1. As of August 2020, how many people in the world said they were regularly engaging in some type of e-gaming? 700 million, 1.4 billion, 1.7 billion, or 3.1 billion? Go ahead and put your answers in here, and let's go ahead and lock up those answers, and let's see what you said here. Wow, we got more than 400 people playing here. Okay, most of you said 1.7 billion. Let's see if 39% of you are correct. And the correct answer is 3.1 billion. So already about a quarter of you are still in it. But don't worry, there's a ton of questions. They're all kind of challenging. So even if you missed this one, you may still win. And by the way, the current world population is 7.6 billion. And 3.1 billion is a whopping 40% of the entire human race. So do you know which continent has the highest percentage of gamers? It is not North America. It is, in fact, Asia. Question 2, which answer best represents the term lag? Losing a match in a game, a low amount of points in a game, a delay between player action and the server supporting the game, losing and then complaining while gaming. Get your answers in there. Again, if you're in it to win it, time is a factor. So let's go ahead and lock up those answers and take a look at what you voted for here. So many of you correctly responded here, delay between player action and the server supporting the game. I think this one was the gimme question here. And the correct answer is, of course, a delay between player action and the server supporting the game. So for a competitive gamer, lag or latency is really the enemy of a great online experience. If your action in game and or the information about what other players are doing is being transmitted slower to you than those you are competing against, you are going to be at a disadvantage. And that is why 5G, 5G Edge, MEC, 5G Home, and Fios are such great things for gamers. They allow for that low latency gaming experience that give players that competitive advantage. Now, our marketing team put together a great campaign on this called The Reset to highlight what lag would be like in real life just a few weeks ago. Check that video out if you haven't already. It's a fantastic watch there. All right, question 3. What is the term for a game that encourages players to spend in-game currency to receive a random virtual item? Gacha game, PvP, microtransactions, or game bling? Let's go ahead and put your answers in there. And I mean, this is great. We've got hundreds of people playing our live quiz. I love it so much. All right, so let's lock up the answers here and see what you voted for. More than half of you said microtransactions. Let's see if you are correct. The correct answer is gacha game, and that's 12% of you. So this one probably brought down quite a few of the leaders here. The term gacha is named after gachapon machines, which are those small vending machines that dispense toys and capsules that were popularized in Japan. Gacha games may be referred to as freemium games, since to play the game is free, but you spend money to get additional premium content. See, you thought you didn't think you'd learn a few things about games, but here we are learning all kinds of new stuff here. All right, question 4. Which type of game would have the greatest benefit from the low latency of 5G? A single-player racing game, a turn-based online strategy game, a couch co-op game, or an online multiplayer first-person shooter? Get your votes in there. Alrighty, we've got 200 answering here. Let's go ahead and lock up the answers and see what you said here. 88% of you said an online multiplayer first-person shooter. And the correct answer is... there you go, an online multiplayer first-person shooter. So breaking down the why here, a first-person shooter, FPS, is all about having quick reflexes. So having that low latency greatly helps when competing online. So you're seeing things happen as close to real time. If you're seeing something at a half-second delay, then by the time you react to that player or the target, the player may not be there, and you will certainly miss there. So a single-player game plays locally on a console or PC, so it doesn't typically need the internet to play. A turn-based game works similar to chess, so a split-second reaction wouldn't help there as much. Couch co-op is a game that plays with multiplayers on one device, so that does not necessarily need a low-latency network either. All right, we're almost halfway here. Question 5, who is credited for inventing the game cartridge? Ooh. Gerald Lawson, Samantha Aaron, Gordon Vakarian, or Ellie Fisher? Get your answers in there. Who is credited for inventing the game cartridge? All right. Let's lock up those answers, see what you said here. And it looks like many of you thought it was either Gerald or Gordon. Let's see if you're correct. And the correct answer for question 5 here is Gerald Lawson. 41% of you got that right. Now, originally created for the Fairchild Channel F video game console, these became the standard for most video game systems until discs started to be used. Prior to cartridges, games would just be pre-installed on the console. All right, halfway through the quiz, let's check out the leaderboard here. So we have Faizan Ahmed, 5 for 5, under a minute. We've got Henry in number 2, Ethan number 3, Riley in 4, and Ryan in 5. And as you can see there, only 4 of you have all 5 correct. So this is still really anyone's game. The questions will get a little harder. If you thought those were hard, well, stick around. There's plenty of you probably underneath that leaderboard there. So let's go ahead and continue the game here. Once again, you are watching the Up to Speed Live gaming quiz here. So question 6, what does E3 stand for? Entertainment Experience Expo, Electronic Entertainment Expo, End-to-End Entertainment Cubed. Get your answers in there. And let's see. And yes, E3 is something we'll be talking about later, maybe in next few weeks here. So we'll be continuing to talk about our games and our partnerships there. So this is awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and show what you voted for here. 56% of you, Electronic Entertainment Expo. Let's see if you are correct. And the correct answer is... yes, it is. Electronic Entertainment Expo. Now, for those of you who are not in the know, this is basically the biggest event for gaming news and announcements. And to simplify it, think of it as the Consumer Electronics Show, CES, for video games. And the next E3 will be happening June 12th through the 15th. So be on the lookout for that, as Verizon will be making some news there this year as well. Question 7. What gaming intellectual property was acquired for $2.5 billion? Minecraft, Star Wars, Fortnite, Among Us. $2.5 billion. You see, this is high stakes here, gaming here. All right, so let's go ahead and lock up the answers. And the correct answer here. Okay, so some of you got Minecraft, some of you voted Fortnite. Let's see the correct answer. Intellectual property. It was indeed Minecraft for $2.5 billion. Minecraft was acquired by Microsoft for, yes, $2.5 billion. To give you perspective, Disney paid $4 billion for the entire Star Wars franchise. So yes, this is big stuff here. I'm sure every parent whose child is playing Minecraft right now knows all about that. All right, question 8. What button can be found on all of the controllers for the most current consoles from Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo? Button A, button O, button X, or button Z? What button can be found on all the controllers for the most current consoles? All right, good to see. More than 300 of you still getting those answers in very quickly here. Let's lock up the answers. And let's see what you voted for here. A lot of you have X down, 63%. And let's see if you are correct. 63%. X gonna give it to you. X is the correct answer. While both the Nintendo Switch, Microsoft, Xbox Series X, and Sony PlayStation 5 have an X, they are actually in 3 different locations, always adding a fun learning curve to players that play games across multiple consoles. All right, question 9. Now it's crunch time, folks. What was the first game to appear on a mobile phone? Snake, Brick Breaker, Pong, or Tetris? Sure, you've spent many hours, many of us, on our phones playing these games here. I did like Snake. I would play Snake for hours. All right, let's go ahead and lock up the answers and see what you said here. All great games. 40% of you playing Snake, 35% say Tetris. And let's see the correct answer, folks. And the correct answer is Tetris. First game to appear on a mobile phone. How about that little throwback question for you there? Paul, how you doing? You doing okay?
So. I'm getting a few right, but I'm definitely not on the leaderboard, that's for sure.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, we're learning lots, and so everyone's winning this way. So, all right, the Tetris came pre-installed on the Haganuk MT2000 in 1994. Snake, which many consider the first majorly popular mobile phone game, did not come out until 1997. All right, 2 questions left, folks. So question 10, here we go. What was the largest prize pool for an esports competition? $15 million, $21 million, $34 million, $53 million. Get your answers in there. And once again, time matters. So go ahead and get your answers in as quickly as possible. But that's a lot of cheddar right there for esports. How about that? All right, let's lock up the answers and see what you said. And it looks like many of you, 42%, saying $34 million is the largest prize pool for an esports competition. And the correct answer is $34 million. Yes, almost half you know your esports prize pools there. Very nice. The prize pool was for the International 2019 game Dota 2. The winning team of the event, OG, received $15.6 million for that. All right. We are down to our last question here. And let's take a look at our leaderboard to see if things have switched up a little bit. Oh, look at that. Faison 10 for 10 and needed just about another minute and some change to answer these questions. Riley in number 2. We have Chris number 3, James number 4, Matthew in number 5 there. And as you can see, only Faison and Riley are 10 for 10. Congratulations. So here we go. This is for all the bragging rights here, for the gaming trophy here. Question 11. Are you guys ready? Here we go. What is the Konami code? Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B. Up, down, left, right, A, B. Up, down, left, right, B, A. Or up, down, left, right, B, A. I'm getting flashes of my brother and I in the basement trying to figure out this code. Which we've pretty much learned by heart now, and not to mention the Mike Tyson Punch-Out code as well. But no, we are looking for the Konami code here. So go ahead and get your answers in. Lock them up. And let's see what you voted for. 33% of you up, down, left, right, A, B. I know this, and I believe the correct answer here is up, down, left, right, B, A. 25% of you got that right. It was popularized in the Konami game Contra. This first cheat code first appeared in the Konami game Gradius. I did not know that. So with that, our quiz has concluded. Let's see who we congratulate. And Riley takes it. 11 for 11 there. Wow, that last question really made the difference there. So Riley Ford, congratulations. 11 for 11, all perfect. and you got it all in less than 4 minutes there. So congratulations. Be on the lookout. We'll be reaching out to you to get your Razer Kishi gaming controller. And that, folks, is our gaming quiz. Hope you learned a little bit more about gaming, a bit more prepared to enjoy another great addition to our mix and match plan with Apple Arcade and Google Play Pass starting tomorrow. And Paul, thank you very much for joining us. And of course, congratulations to you and your team on breaking 5G. Hopefully you learned a few things about gaming today.
I did learn a few things.
Excellent. As Paul rocking the Work Forward shirt once again, we'll be talking about Work Forward with Christy on Wednesday live. So we'll see you then. But before we go, one big shout out to our up to speed teammate Shravya and her now husband Raj. Big congratulations. They got married over the weekend. And what a fantastic ceremony, which was live streamed as well. So we got to, all of us on the team got to watch as well. But just wonderful to see Shravya and Raj, and a big congratulations to them on a beautiful wedding, and wishing you all the best in the days ahead. So there you have it, folks. A Monday all about gaming, all about motivating ourselves, reaching barriers and breaking them, and of course a little bit of love there at the end. So we hope you enjoyed Up to Speed Live this Monday. Hope you have a fantastic rest of the week. And until next time, folks, you're up to speed.